What's up, Dub the Me's, everybody. This is the Mark Weber here on Most Valuable Podcast, talking about yet another NFL team as we do our predictions, talking about some good things that happened, some concerns that we have, and moving forward through game-by-game predictions for the teams coming up. The Carolina Panthers are here, so of course, claw up, everybody. Here we go. Let's talk a little bit about this team. A team that did very well last year, had a great running game as usual. Passing game left a lot to be desired, but the defense stood up the way it usually does, and I kind of expect more of the same, but probably going to be a better passing game this year. Losing Benjamin last year, I'm sure, was a little bit of a surprise for many people, but DJ Moore coming in here, wide receiver out of Maryland, that's going to be a nice addition, and although he might not have been the top wide receiver for most people, and he wasn't the first to go in the NFL draft, still, this is a great pickup, a great addition. Cam Newton's going to take great advantage of it. The other thing you see from the draft, of course, getting 2 corners in the top 3 rounds, kind of looking for that Josh Norman replacement, somebody to go up and step up and be that for the Carolina Panthers. I really like this team. I always do. Love Greg Olsen. I just think that with guys like Funchess, with Moore, with Smith, there needs to be somebody to really step up as a wide receiver besides Greg Olsen, the tight end, and help out Cam Newton so he doesn't have to kind of do it all on his own. Christian McCaffrey's going to have to step up a lot as well. It's going to be difficult, I think, but it's certainly possible to repeat some of that success last year. But let's go game by game and see what is going to happen at the end of this upcoming season. Week 1 against the Cowboys. Tough game for sure because Zeke and Dak are going to want to be back, but the problem is they don't necessarily have that number 1 wide receiver. That's going to be a bit of an issue for the Cowboys, but I definitely think the Panthers, you guys can get that win. Against the Falcons, it's your road game against the Falcons, so I'm going to have you lose that one. You'll get a split against the Falcons. Beat the Bengals. I do like the Bengals this year, but I think, of course, the Panthers are going to be a better team. That run game is going to help out a lot, and that defense will really stand up against A.J. Green, Andy Dalton, Joe Mixon. It'll do well. Early bye week, it's a little rough. You don't want that, but let's move into the next game. Giants is a bit of a toss-up game because the Giants should be a better team, but I'm not a huge believer in head coach Pat Shurmur. I don't necessarily know that he's going to be a solution to some of the problems that the Giants had. Win for the Panthers. Against the Redskins, I like this team enough to where it's going to be a competitive game. It's going to be a tough game. But I do think that the Panthers can walk into Washington and beat Alex Smith and get that win. Now, a bit of a slide, unfortunately. Going into Philadelphia, that's going to be a very difficult one. I mean, Super Bowl champion Philadelphia, and they didn't even have their starting quarterback. I'm going to give that one to Philly. Ravens, I really do like the Ravens. Unfortunately, that's going to be a home game upset for you. I think the Ravens can walk in and win that one. But then we got the Carolina Panthers against the Bucs. Home game against Jameis Winston, the Bucs. No. I'm going to give that to the Carolina Panthers. You'll be just fine. That offense will have a little bit of trouble against this really stout Panthers defense, and then, like I said, run game, they'll be just fine against that kind of weaker Buccaneer defense. Panthers against Steelers. Thursday Night Football. This will be a nice one on Week 10, but I do like the Steelers. I'm going to lean towards them getting that one. Against the Lions, home game for the Lions. I'm going to lean towards them on that one. Matthew Stafford versus Cam Newton is a fun kind of shootout to have, so it'll be very interesting to see that. And of course, with the Lions, you just can't let it get close because Matthew Stafford knows how to come back and win. Against the Seahawks, if it was home for the Seahawks, I might lean towards them winning this one. But since it is that away game for the Seahawks, home team Panthers, you can win that one. Beat the Bucs even though you're on the road. Beat the Browns because it's the Browns. The Saints, I don't think I can give you the split against the Saints, unfortunately. Lose the home game against the Saints. Beat the Falcons when you're home. Lose the away game for you, the home game for the Saints in Week 17. Put you at 9-7. Not terrible. certainly a step back a little bit from what you wanted last year. It's going to be a tough competition for you in the wild card race, but that's where you're going to be, fortunately or unfortunately, if you don't get in at 9-7. So certainly let me know what you think down below in the comment section. Is Christian McCaffrey going to be able to step up? Is this defense finally going to get a good Josh Norman replacement? How about the passing game? Who is going to be that true, solid #1 wide receiver? Let me know down below in the comment section. But also, of course, hit the like button, share the video, hit subscribe so you know all the rest of the predictions we're doing for the NFL. And check out the Onside Kicks video podcast where we talk about the NFC South. And we got one for every other single division in the NFL, so you can check them all out and know exactly what's going to happen as we get closer and closer to the NFL regular season. But I'll see you guys for even more NFL team prediction videos.